All right, this weekend it is going down on Lifetime. It is the biopic of Salt-N-Pepa, and we got the lady that's playing Salt on deck right now, joining the Morning Hustle. One time for Gigi Townson, y'all.
Hello.
Hey.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yo, thanks for pulling up. So, like, it's a big event. Anytime, like the hip hop culture gets celebrated on the big screen and a small one as well, we get excited. But we also look at things with the judgiest of eyes.
Yes, we do.
Especially as it relates to the culture, man. So, what's running through your mind as people are about to intake this biopic?
Well, I really hope that people are satisfied with the work and the hard work and all the man hours that we put into recreating the iconic moments. I'm definitely not feeling any pressure as far as the storyline, because a lot of things that we cover, no one knows these things that we're about to, uncover in the movie. So
I'm excited. I was curious, like, in this, when I think about Salt-N-Pepa, like there's so many phases and so many eras that they've kind of gone through, right? So, I grew up to them when they were Shoop and What a Man. But of course, you have the Push It era when they first all started. So what was that load, that heavy lifting in terms of going from like generation to generation? Because so many of us grew up as Salt. And then, Salt turned into, she got more Christian. She got into the Christian culture and, just talk a little bit about just those different transitions, because she's grown a lot.
Yeah. Well, from the beginning, Cheryl has always been into her faith. That's how she was raised. So when we first see her, she's a child. She's still trying to figure things out. But along the way and in the story and behind the scenes, you see that she was actually battling with, being super faith-based and talking about the things that she was talking about. And even None of Your Business was a conversation that she had with her, be like, why are we, up on a platform talking about if she want to be a freak and sell it on the weekend? Like, she was like, we're moms, that's not something that we should be selling. So even in that moment, you see her being torn between herself and, it's the battle between Cheryl and the battle between Salt. They were always, kind of butting heads, trying to figure out where exactly to place one another. So you'll see that in the story. We go into all of that. And then, why she ends up taking a step back,
right?
As well.
Now, I was looking at your page and I seen some of the dancing. Now, we all know Salt-N-Pepa was getting busy with the dancing. Was that difficult for you? Did you already have some rhythm, or do you have left feet? How does it work?
Well, born and raised in LA, we just come out the womb knowing how to boogie. So. But I do have a dance background. So when I was younger, I used to be a part of a company called California Dance Center, and it was a really popular, prominent Black dance company at the time. So, getting into the groove of performing and dancing and all of that wasn't hard, but I tell you what was hard. Doing that with the gold rope chains and hitting us in the face. Like, I didn't realize how much movement, like when you see it, you're like, okay, they're really moving. But to get all into the costumes and have to do it, it's like, yo, this was a workout, like super intense. It was, I could not have mentally prepared myself for what happened once we got on stage and filmed the Push It music video.
I'm 100% sure it's going to be a TikTok challenge before the biopic even gets to circulate.
Right.
Did you get to keep the 8-ball jacket?
Okay.
Hey,
We've been running a campaign for Sony to release the jackets to us.
Yes.
Lifetime publicist sent us an email and said the jackets are ours.
Yes.
So, okay.
Jackets to us.
Yeah. I'm jealous.
Hey, yo, Gigi, no, I want to know in the biopic, do we get a chance to get any insight about Salt-N-Pepa's affiliation or heavy ties with Bad Boys? They definitely both had their affiliations. Peppa was dating a longtime drug dealer in Houston named Smitty, and then Tretch. So I'm wondering, do we get any background on that, on how they're so mainstream but still like these bad boy images? Is that story told in the biopic?
Well, so Smitty, no, I've never heard that name. We do see Tata, who is Tyran's dad. We do see him. Then we see Marky for a second, one of the Fat Boy members,
Mm-hmm.
and see Pep and Tretch and their love story. They were actually really cute. Layla.
Yeah, I can't wait to see
That
that
was one
part
of the
too.
first hip hop couples that we was like super duper
Facts.
rooting for. And it's just it's like like I saw things with my own eyes. I'm like, oh, this is not gonna work out. But you know,
It's really cute and really tender. You definitely root for them for sure. As well as Cheryl and Herbie. You see us go through our roller coaster, but in the beginning, it's like, oh, they love each other.
What's
and she
something
still
that you
has
learned?
the first car that she got when she first got her money. I followed the Real Salt on her page, and she got like an old school, like I think 85 Porsche.
Really?
And she still has it in her garage right now to this day.
Yeah.
Now, when you think about the parallels between you and Salt, what is something that you got when you first got into the business that you still got to this day?
Something that I got in like a purchase?
Yeah.
Well, I ain't made that much money yet.
She's like, I'm getting started out here more. So
Yeah, I'll listen. When I get it, I'll come back.
there we go.
We'll have that convo. Cool.
Yeah, we're not there yet. It's coming.
So I know that this is a big moment for you. Everybody's been talking about this Salt-N-Pepa biopic for a while. It actually caused drama between them, I'm pretty sure. But we've heard it and seen it on the blogs that like Spinderella got up out of there. But I do want to talk about something else. You're on a new show. Well, not new show. You're on one of my favorite shows now, and that's All American. Can we talk about that real quick? And how did you land that role? And did this biopic have anything to do with it?
No, I don't think it had anything to do with it at all. Even though the casting director, Leah Daniels Butler, who casted me as Salt, casted me as Lil Jewel on All American. Her casting office, I should say. Gregory is the one that handled the casting. But she is a new character under JP's label. JP is the dad of Layla, the record producer. And sis comes in with a scandal.
Really?
Right off. Yeah,
wait, did you steal Little Mama's job, or is she still there too?
No. She departed, season 1?
Oh, did she? I thought she was in and out.
Was she? No.
Yeah, I think I've seen her again after season 1, no?
2. Yeah, I feel like she had those couple episodes. But I'm a new artist, and like I said, I come in with a scandal. I've done a couple episodes already, so we're just waiting to see, I guess, how the season plays out and if people accept Lil Jewel and where they want to take her character story, which I hope is very far, because CW is such a great network to work with, and the cast and crew of All American are so dope. I love that they have directors coming in and out working with one of the directors. Dawn was really dope. So like I definitely hope to be back and just really intertwined.
And shout out my girl Breezy, she's on that show. I love Breezy. But can you sing or do music? Because you're playing artist in a lot of roles.
Yes, but that's not what, I don't think that has a determining factor on what I've booked or how I've booked certain things. Because even with with the Salt-N-Pepa project, yes, they wanted us to rap and they asked us to freestyle in one of the auditions. I'm never out here like, yo, I'm a rapper. Now I can bust shoot because I can sing that in my sleep. Let me just make
Okay.
But music has never been in the forefront of what I do, even though I do come from a musical family. But it's just something that I'm able to pull out, if that makes sense,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was also curious in terms of like when we look at women in hip hop, what are some of the parallels you draw between like what Salt-N-Pepa, Spinderella, what they experienced, in reflection of like what we see for women in hip hop today? Do you guys kind of talk, does some of that kind of get revealed in terms of how they were treated or what they went through early on?
Yeah, there's one part where there's a radio DJ that makes a comment, and this is after they've had kids, and he's like, oh, have you seen those Salt-N-Pepa girls lately? They should be called meat and potatoes.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and I didn't know that was happening then. And I found out a lot of stuff that they went through doing this project, but just the scrutiny of women, no matter what we do, where we are, there's always something that somebody has to say, about what's going on. Because
Of course.
say about us in this movie, I'm sure y'all seen it. So it's always something being
Well,
said.
the trailer looks amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We're definitely excited and pumped up for it. It looks like they captured the authenticity of the era and all that stuff. So let's just say, for those who just joining us, we talking to Gigi Townson. If you had to go on a road trip with one other person, behind door number 1, 2, and 3 is Real Salt, Real Peppa, and Layla Odom, who plays Peppa. Who are you going on that road trip with? You can only take one. It's a 2-seater.
I think I would have to roll with my Pep. I would roll with Layla.
I know that's right.
We go.
Ra-da-da.
She is a hoot.
Bruh.
Yeah, we have a joke like she's the mean one, I'm the nice one. But she and this is something that Cheryl says about Sandy. No one makes me laugh like Pep. No one makes me laugh like Layla.
That's cool.
She's insane in the best ways, but super crazy, and I just love her, and that would be a very entertaining road trip. There would never be a dull moment, for sure. So yeah, I'm rolling with Layla for sure.
There we go.
Because it makes the most sense, there's such an age discrepancy. I don't know, like the aux cord fight between you and Real Salt would be really interesting. She wants to listen to Donnie McClurkin. Maybe you want to City Girls It Out. Who knows? But
And I'm assuming Shoop is your favorite song because you said you know it word for word. So is it safe to say that's your favorite Salt-N-Pepa record?
Oh, it's one of the favorites, but like my top one is not.
I'm sorry, your mic went out.
Oh, it's None of Your Business. That's my
yes.
favorite song because that's just, it's so relevant. No matter what year or what decade we're in, like, chill, it's none of your business. Like, so I like the message behind it.
Well, the business is Salt-N-Pepa is coming on Lifetime. Be sure you mark your calendars. Check it out. Gigi Townson, she's in there doing her thing. And it's 3 strong hours.
Whoa.
Content.
And Nat had to get, chopped down. And we were so sad to see like the final cut and see things that didn't make it and things that were just so good. But it's hard to put 35 years, into 3 hours. So like, so they chose, Cheryl and Sandy chose, the highlights and all the really good stuff. So you're still getting a really good story. And I feel like nobody is going to be left like, oh, I don't know what happened here, or like, we're answering a lot of questions. We're revealing a lot of stuff that, people don't really know. And you get those iconic shoot moments, you get the push its, and you get the entertainment and like the dance party, the 90s party aspect of it too. So
Gigi, give us
Were y'all filming during the pandemic?
Give us some tea real quick, Gigi. What got left out that you loved that we're not going to get to see in the real thing?
So this is our first day of shooting. We did Daytona MTV Spring Break, and that performance was of expression. You don't see that whole performance. We weren't able to do the Let's Talk About Sex Arsenio Hall performance. You do see the interview portion, but you don't see the performance. So like performances had to get sacrificed for the sake of the story.
Did the pandemic slow anything down? Because when did you guys film?
We shot in 2019.
Oh, wow.
So the pandemic did not affect our set culture at all. And thank God it didn't, because I think that us being able to be normal really benefited the chemistry that you see on screen, and even being in Toronto, like it's easy when you're shooting where you live and it's like, all right, y'all, I'm about to go home, or I'll see y'all, when I come on set again. But the fact that we were all in Toronto, like we were all we had. So we had cast dinners and we hung out on the weekends, and, we just went to each other's apartments because we lived all in the same building, because we were out there for 2.5 months, and we were able to get really close. So that chemistry you see on screen. So it's not like strangers forcing relationships,
And that beach party scene would have looked way different if y'all had shot it
Yes,
during COVID.
crickets.
So like, I'm glad. Hopefully there's like a bonus director's extended cut that maybe Lifetime will put out later,
Hope so. But the pictures are like circulating. It's the pictures where we have on, it's like the bras and the Spanx with the silver jacket. So like that's the Daytona setup that we don't get to see. But it was a fun day. It was a fun day, and what it looked like, you know, the full performance aspect of it, it was dope. I mean, we worked our, can I cuss?
Yeah.
Asses off on all of these performances. So, you know, I hope that Mario does do like a special director's cut or like something so we can see all of the performances.
Yeah. Shout out to all the heavy hitters on this project. Mario Van Peebles, Queen Latifah,
crazy,
and Salt-N-Pepa. The fact that they, you know, were active in it, I think that's just awesome. So I'm definitely looking forward to it because it seemed like it had all the right people in place.
Yeah, for sure. And the fact that they were so hands-on, you know, I feel like people, when they first heard about it, they weren't sure, like, are they involved? Because we know how biopics can get.
Oh yeah.
Especially on Lifetime.
But coming back, it's such a redeeming moment.
I think after the R. Kelly one, Lifetime really got it right from that moment on. Like, I don't really think they have let people down because like the R. Kelly one was like, yo, you ain't gonna use that in music. Like, it was just a lot that was.
But we never gonna forget the Michael Jackson one, child. So let's just.
Oh Jesus, help us,
I couldn't watch it.
I had to say it. But
real quick, being a stickler for details. Who played the guy that rapped on Shoop in the biopic?
You just hear a voiceover.
Wow.
Crickets.
I always wondered like what that guy was doing right now. Like he had such a standout verse on a big record, and for him to never like drop anything else, I was like, yo, what happened to my man?
Yeah, it was just a voiceover, and then you just see like B-roll of Tretch and Peppa.
You could have called Billy. Billy was free that day.
Yeah, I feel like I look like dude.
Okay, so you know versus you know versus battles are like the thing. What if Peppa had to go against Salt? Who you think will win in a versus battle between them two? Like literally just verse for verse.
Ooh, I don't know. Well, you talking about verse for verse on their songs that they...
Yeah, on that same song. Like who got the better verse each song? You know, some people like JT over Young Miami. So like who you think would kill this verses?
I'm trying to think about the lyrics of Salt right now. Honestly, it might be a tie because they both got some lines. Bars for sure.
You being safe.
Yeah.
It's tough to call because like one had the sex appeal and the other one had the forcefulness. Like, yo, baby pump, yeah, you come here, give me like that's like an HR nightmare in 2021. But you know, like back at 80 something, like you can get away with it. And the way they both got down on Everybody Get Up, and I hope that song made the cut. Did it? No, everybody. Okay, now this is it. Like, yo, like you know,
you can sing it at home, head crack.
I guess I will have to. Like, yo, they went so hard on it, man. Like, yo, man, like, yo, people know Salt, like late in life Salt-N-Pepa, like with the, you know, the moms, they know them, but they forgot about how aggressive they were in those first two albums and just like how they just kicked down doors. I just wish they was more so viewed in that same light as Run DMC, as the trails that they blazed. But hopefully this biopic does just that. And it looks like, you know, by evidence by the trailer, you guys are onto a hell of a thing. So tune in, man. If the elevator door was closing and you had to tell people why to watch it, what would you say?
Because they're hip hop royalty. They're females that dominate the male game, and they're still doing it. Like,
indeed. That was short and sweet because that was a fast closing elevator door. Townson, we love you, girl. Feel free to pull up on us and talk about all the great things you got going on, and congratulations on All American, yo.
Thank you, guys. This is great.
We are the Morning Hustle.